Okay, Lion King. I have a feeling about this one, guys. I think this one might be. I feel like this one might be it with the Disney live action remakes. I feel like this one will really knock it out of the park. Okay, have a feeling Mulan's gonna be it. I know I was strict with Lion King, but I know Mulan's gonna be the best. I have a feeling. Yeah, I really have strong feelings about this one. I'm done being tricked. Cruella is going to suck, just like the other ones. Like, why does anyone think this will be good? Like, it looks trash anyways. I'm not impressed with the trailers, so we'll see. Hello, peoples. Today I'm be doing a review for the new Disney live-action movie, Cruella. I really had low expectations for this movie. I really didn't expect me to like it at all. I wasn't really impressed with the trailers. Um, and yeah, so of course, the Disney live action remake. Well, not a remake this time. This is actually this is an original story, but of course, the live action movie that I think will suck is actually one of the better ones of the bunch, I guess. It's not perfect. I know people. I think people are so shocked that it's actually good. People are going, "Oh, Cruella's it. Cruella's amazing," and it does have problems. I have actually quite a bit of problems with this movie, but still, it's not bad, and it's a good movie. It really is. It's just I'll just say my problems out of the way. That runtime, 2 hours and 2 hours 13 minutes. That's just not warranted for me. And I know it's rated PG-13, but it comes from child source material. 2 hours, 13 minutes, and especially for a second act, which is basically extremely repetitive, it just feels like, okay, like, I felt like they could have really taken about 30 minutes or so. Maybe like a solid 2 hour mark could have been fine because they're going with that edgy mark, PG-13 rating. And I feel like 2 hours is probably that like right at 2 hours is probably perfect. But, yeah, but it's 2 hours, 13 minutes. Or actually, it could probably be an hour 45, and since I said 30 minutes could be taken out. But I'll just say Emma Stone and Emma Thompson just absolutely steal this movie. Every scene that they're in, they just steal every single scene. It's just really remarkable, especially Emma Thompson. And I won't be surprised. It's possible, slightly possible. Maybe she'll get a Best Supporting Actress nomination. But I do know for sure that this movie will be nominated for Best Costume Design, for sure. With all the dresses, let me fix the light real quick. That's really bothering me to fix my green screen. Okay, sorry about that. Um, the costumes in this movie, it's just you know it's gonna get nominated. They're all really really good. And of course, I'm not like I'm not no fashion designer, but it's Disney. It has lots of costumes. It's gonna be nominated for costumes at least. Is it gonna win? I don't know. But I also this might also be nominated for production design. I thought the production design here was really really strong. Um, Another thing I really liked was the camera work. The cinematography just really blew my mind at moments. It really felt like I'm not gonna call, when I say it, it's not what I mean, but it doesn't feel like it's made by Disney. It feels like it's made by a filmmaker. It really did. It felt like a filmmaker said, you know what, I'm gonna make a Cruella movie and have some Disney elements, but it really didn't feel like it came from a studio that interferes. Well, not so much interferes, but they definitely leave their stamp on it. And then this movie definitely does at moments have that Disney stamp at moments, but at most of the time, it really did feel like someone made this movie besides the studio, because it really did have tons of style. And sometimes, like I know Chris Tuckman pointed out in his review, but I noticed it as well. It's not because I was looking for it, it's because I agree that there is a huge overabundance of songs here. I'm fine with songs being in the movie, especially the popular 70s songs. I'm more than welcoming to that. I just really felt like a scene itself was so stylized already, it just didn't need to be there. And yet there was, like I said, I like it in some scenes. In some scenes, it really does work for me. And yeah, I just felt like maybe two or three of them could have been plucked away, and because it felt very on the nose a lot. Because it doesn't really feel like this movie has much of a musical score. It really doesn't. And I think about, is there like a Cruella theme that we get? Not really. Um, the story was fine. It felt like, oh, Cruella origin, and it really did go that route kind of, and it almost like I remember when I first saw the trailer for this, I put in my letterbox Dalmatians of Prey and the Emancipation of One Cruella, and I still slightly stand by that. Of course, it really isn't so much Dalmatians of Prey, but it's definitely the Emancipation of One Cruella. It's not the Joker slow descent into Mount Madness stuff, some people are comparing it to, but definitely, and it's not Birds of Prey for sure. The best way I could describe this movie is if if we got the Suicide Squad air cut, but they still kept the soundtrack, is the best way I could describe Cruella. And so, um, I'm not saying the air cut for Suicide Squad is gonna. Yeah, I'm just talking objectively. The idea of what people think that the air cut would be. So, yeah, no, I almost said Suicide Squad. Cruella was definitely a fun surprise. I did enjoy it most of the time. Like I said, I feel like I could honestly lose a solid half an hour, but the performances were great. It was made very well. The production behind it was like, I was really impressive. Minus like some heavy CGI at the end that just made me really cringe and made me feel like I was watching a different movie. It was extremely, incredibly well made, and that's all I have to really say about that, because I don't want to dive in too much into story details and twists, because, that's all safe from the movie, and I didn't really know any of the story going into it. I just knew Emma Stone, Cruella, and that's all you really need to know going into this. It's incredibly well made, incredibly well acted, and, like I said, lose half an hour, but yeah, I'm just extremely impressed of how well made this was, how it felt like a filmmaker made something in a world where we live, in where Disney is Disney, but yet this felt so original for them, and I'm really happy with the way that whole aspect of the movie turned out. And I want to give Cruella a 7.6 out of 10. So, yeah, anyways, comment down below what you guys thought of Cruella. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. So, yeah, anyways, so like, share, subscribe, and stuff like that, and adios.